Hello, welcome, and good afternoon, everyone. I am Todd Clark. I am the Senior Director of Student Services, and on behalf of all of us at Penn State Harrisburg, I'd like to welcome you to today's ceremony as we honor our students for their excellent leadership, their academic exploits, and their service to our campus. To our students, wow. I know many of you already. I don't know all of you, and I'm going to hear wonderful stories today about all of the things you've done. But to be here, you're amazing. You're amazing students, and we are here to honor you today. Joining me on stage is our Chancellor, John Mason. Dr. Angapa Gunasekaran, Director of the School of Business Administration. Dr. Marvin Overby, Director of the School of Public Affairs. And Dr. Vahid Modavali, Director of the School of Science, Engineering, and Technology. And also joining us today are our members of our faculty and staff. Would you please rise and be recognized for all that you've done to support our students? Thank you for being here today. And we would be remiss in not often recognizing the family and friends that are here to honor you as well. Would you please rise and be recognized? And I would like to call everyone's attention to the printed program you received on the way in. There is a web page on here, and there is the QR code where you can see detailed descriptions of all of the awards that we'll be giving out today, as well as some of the ones of other ceremonies we have held today. We will now begin the official presentation of the awards and the honors. Students, as the presenters over there pronounce your name, you will come up, stand next to the presenter to receive your award, and then you will come across the stage here to meet Dr. Mason and our academic leadership. Proceed behind this podium, follow the wonderfully lit pink arrows on the floor back here that you can't see, because we have a backdrop from Penn State Harrisburg and a professional photographer to take your picture back there for you. All the pictures from today will be emailed to you. There's information you've provided, and you'll have the proof sent to you to honor the ceremony today. Okay? All right, to begin, I invite Dr. Gunasekaran to begin the recognition of the awards from the School of Business Administration. Dr. Guna.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. So before I call my colleagues to present the awards, I would like to say a few words about the School of Business Administration. The school has up-to-date curriculum in both undergraduate and graduate programs that will cater to the needs of workforce development in South Central Pennsylvania. Also, the school has AACSB accreditation, which is a gold standard. Only 5% of the business schools around the globe have this accreditation. Recently, we have received a recommendation for a full 5-year extension of this accreditation, which is a testament to our commitment to providing high-quality business education to our students. So first, I will start with the presentation of the Beta Gamma Sigma Undergraduate Student Award and the Higher Information Group Business Excellence Award is Dr. Renee Flasher.
Good afternoon. Would Ainsley Perry join me up here, please? Ainsley is a hardworking, smart, trustworthy, and polite student who exemplifies the qualities highlighted for recipients of this award. It is especially impressive that in addition to her more than 3 years of business experience, Ainsley has been intensively working as a volunteer for many occasions and participating in campus events while being a very successful full-time student. In recognition of her academic achievements, Ainsley has been nominated to join 2 honor societies in the School of Business: Beta Gamma Sigma, the International Business Honor Society, and Mu Kappa Tau, a scholastic honor society that recognizes academic achievement among students in the field of marketing. What also distinguishes Ainsley is her passion for helping her community. She is involved in several community service groups, including the We Care Food Pantry and Susquehanna Service Dogs. She is a very, very deserving recipient of the BGS Undergraduate Award. I'd like to invite Maya Mitchell up here. Maya Mitchell tackles a very difficult major, accounting, and maintains academic excellence in the classroom. However, she adds a unique diversity of experience and perspective to the campus community, as she is bilingual in Japanese and English, spent significant time overseas in Japan, and is also an active member of the Black Student Union. She wants to be an active member of the Penn State community, and I've seen her around campus attending many different events, ranging from career services events to the ChatGPT competition that we just recently had on campus, which was very successful. So I'd like to present this award and to Maya. Please help me congratulate her.
Thank you, Dr. Renee Flasher. Presenting the Higher Information Group Business Excellence Award to a second recipient is Dr. Tony Lynch.
Will Mark Lavelle please join me here on stage? Mark exemplifies the qualities highlighted for recipients of this award: exceptional academic performance, good character, and leadership. I'm keenly aware of Mark's accomplishment both as his professor and as his advisor. He maintains a high GPA, is on the Dean's List, and is a Beta Gamma Sigma Honor Society nominee this semester. However, what also distinguishes Mark, in addition to the foregoing, is his love of country, his commitment to serve in our armed forces. Mark is in the U.S. Army Reserves and participates in Army ROTC here at Penn State Harrisburg. He holds a leadership position as one of his battalion's first sergeants. As a Marine veteran, I'm immensely proud of Mark, not only for pursuing his education here at Penn State Harrisburg, but for pursuing a higher calling, service to this country. It is for this reason and others that he clearly demonstrates that I recommend Mark for this award.
Thank you, Dr. Tony Lynch. Presenting the Graduate Student Engagement Award and the Outstanding MBA Student Award is Dr. Rhoda Joseph.
Good afternoon. Can Taslim Muzaffar please join me on stage? Taslim is in the top 5% of students in his class. He's an asset to our program, our school, and our college. He has a strong academic background, already holding a PhD in analytics and pursuing an MBA at Penn State Harrisburg. Taslim is a member of Beta Gamma Sigma, the international business honor society that recognizes and honors top-performing students from around the world in business schools accredited by the AACSB. In addition to his academic excellence, he's a leader on campus. He both works and also volunteers as a tutor in multiple disciplines, including analytics, math, and statistics. He supports all levels of engagement for both undergraduate and graduate international students. His engagement with the Penn State community is also demonstrated through his work with the Office of International Students. He recently participated in a podcast series as well to share information about his experience as an international student at Penn State Harrisburg and promote the MBA program. Taslim is an overall engaged citizen of Penn State Harrisburg, and he's highly deserving of this award. Can we please congratulate Taslim? Can Joseph Marshall please join me on stage? This is the Outstanding MBA Student Award. Joseph Marshall was accepted into the MBA program in the spring of 2022. He was admitted to the IUG, which is the Integrated Undergrad Graduate 5-year program. This is a very selective and competitive program for high-performing undergraduate students to obtain both their undergraduate degree and MBA degrees in 5 years. Joseph has distinguished himself as both an exceptional undergraduate and graduate student. Joseph is pursuing an undergraduate major in finance and a minor in American studies, along with his MBA degree. He's also consistently been on the dean's list. He's maintained a near perfect GPA at both levels and is expected to receive both his undergrad and graduate degree this spring next week. He has been nominated to join Beta Gamma Sigma, the International Business Honor Society, for top students in AACSB accredited schools. Joseph has also served as a Lion Ambassador and worked as a peer tutor on campus. He's focused, he's motivated, he's affable, and he has a kind personality. We're very, very proud today to recognize Joseph's academic excellence and his trajectory for continued future success. Congratulations on a well-deserved recognition, Joseph. Thank you very much. Congrats.
Thank you, Dr. Rhoda Joseph. Presenting the Beta Gamma Sigma Graduate Student Award and the Outstanding MSIS Student Award is Dr. Roderick Lee. The first awardee, Anthony Chambers, he could not make it. So, however, we would like to, congratulate him on this award.
So thank you very much, Dr. Guna, for recognizing Anthony Chambers. He's a tech sergeant, but he's away on a military training exercise because he has aspirations to become a military officer. So I commend him for what he's doing for our country, but unfortunately he couldn't be here today. But I would like to call Anita McFaul up, please. Now, Anita McFaul is a first-generation college student who is pursuing a Master of Science in Information Systems here at Penn State Harrisburg, but she also holds a Bachelor of Business Administration and a Master of Business Administration from Lehigh University. So what brings her here today is her love for higher education. She's a member of Beta Gamma Sigma and also a member of Upsilon Pi Epsilon, which is the premier honor society for students in the computing and information disciplines. But what I like about Anita the most, and I know I shouldn't use that term the most, but it's what she brings to the classroom in terms of her industry experience as a part-time student that provides a benefit for all students, and she is not shy about sharing her experiences in the classroom and outside the classroom. So in terms of her professional career, it spans multiple industries, including banking, finance, and retail. Her most recent positions include data analytic roles within various companies of Ahold Delhaize USA, such as Food Line, Hannaford, Stop and Shop, and the Giant Company. Currently, she leads the standards analytics and reporting teams within Peapod Digital Labs. Her team created the Power BI Center of Excellence to support organizational transition to standardized reporting with PBI. So that's what she brings to the classroom in addition to being an excellent student. But Anita goes above and beyond because she's also a volunteer ambassador for the Master of Science in Information Systems program. She provides information that current and incoming students need to be successful. And the last thing I mentioned before we step down is that we had an issue where we had a student who was having a difficult time securing an internship. My go-to person is Anita. I contacted Anita and I said, I need your help. Anita, within a couple of weeks, secured this student an internship with Food Line as a strategy intern at $27 an hour. So with all of the accomplishments that Anita has had personally, she also helps our program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roderick Lee. Congratulations to all the awardees. This concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Business Administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gunasekaran. We will now begin with the awards from the School of Public Affairs. I'd like to invite Dr. Overby to the podium to announce these awards.
I think it was Mark Twain who said that a speaker's principal responsibility is not to speak or continue speaking after the audience has quit listening. So let me make sure. Are you still listening? All right. It is my great privilege to serve as the director of the School of Public Affairs. And I want to tell you a little bit about the school and our students. In the School of Public Affairs, it is our duty and our pleasure to research and explore issues of public interest here in the shadow of the Commonwealth's capital. While we aren't the largest school on campus, we are one of the best at Penn State, as I keep reminding the chancellor. We have a vibrant group of criminal justice scholars, including a colleague rated as one of the 25 most influential criminologists in the known universe. The School of Public Affairs offers a PhD in public administration, which I'll remind everyone here was Penn State's first doctoral program outside of University Park, and one of only 3 currently at Penn State Harrisburg. And we also have a nationally accredited Masters of Public Administration program that is consistently rated in the top quarter of such programs nationally. We serve as the home for Penn State's innovative intercollegiate program in Homeland Security, which involves not just this campus, but 6 other PSU colleges. Our political science faculty regularly offer capstone courses that allow our majors to develop real-world policy proposals that improve the lives of residents in the Harrisburg region. And often working closely with Penn State's College of Medicine, our health administration faculty do research on the cutting edge of issues such as equitable access to health care. Our graduate and undergraduate students are among the finest at all Penn State, not just at Penn State Harrisburg, but all of Penn State. And we will recognize some of the very best of them this afternoon. Beginning with the presentation by my colleague, Professor Jane Becky Camarata, of the Public Administration Outstanding Graduate Student Award.
Thank you, Dr. Overby. Would Victoria Thornton please join me? It's my pleasure, my distinct pleasure, to give Victoria Thornton this outstanding MPA Graduate Student Award. Victoria is receiving this award because she consistently demonstrates a commitment to public service values in her coursework and in her career in nonprofit management. Victoria is an honor student, and she represented us from the MPA program at the recent NASPA, that's our accrediting body, simulation in March of this year. So please join me in congratulating Victoria Thornton. Congratulations.
Presenting the Robert J. Bressler and Carol R. Nikimius Outstanding Political Science Award is Professor Eric Best.
Stephen, can you join me? Stephen Hassan is the 2023 recipient of the Robert J. Bressler and Carol R. Nikimius Outstanding Political Science Senior Award. Stephen is graduating this May with a BA in Political Science. He was selected for this award because of his outstanding class performance. Stephen also has a commitment to public service, and he has consistently shown his passion for it here at Penn State Harrisburg. As the Senate leader in the Student Government Association and as a student delegate at various Senate faculty committees, Stephen has strong dedication in advocating for a diverse and inclusive student body. With 2 successful internships, one as a public policy data analyst with the Center for Rural Pennsylvania, and a second as a research assistant in public health administration, Stephen looks to continue his devotion to public service in the next chapter of his life. I'm super happy about this as a health policy research associate at Mathematica.
Presenting the Master of Health Administration Excellence Award is Professor Sung Choi.
Thank you, Dr. Overby. Christina, can you join me? Miss Christina Karaju-Chandila, well-deserving of Master of Health Administration Excellence Award in terms of her dedication to this field and also her outstanding GPA. Also, she's a member of Pi Kappa Pi Honor Society. She's a veteran lieutenant colonel of the Hellenic Army and a clinical pharmacist who has achieved numerous accomplishments throughout her career. One notable accomplishment is her work in the field of Hellenic Armed Force Operation and host national support. Christina conducted health services support planning for multinational and joint operation regarding preventive medicine, medical treatment, hospitalization, medical evacuation, and regulation. Overall, Ms. Christina Karaju-Chantila's accomplishments are a testament to her dedication to health administration, her commitment to improving the lives of people. Her experience in the Hellenic Army undoubtedly played a role in developing the discipline, perseverance, attention to detail that has been crucial to her success as a health administrator. Please join the congratulations.
My colleague, Professor Jennifer Gibbs, will present 3 awards: the Andrew S. Donahue Award, the Criminal Justice Community Service Award, and the Criminal Justice Outstanding Graduate Student Award.
Thank you, Dr. Overby. Macy, can you join me? I'm very excited to talk about Macy, who has won our Andrew S. Donahue Award. The recipient of this award is an outstanding student who has considerable potential for success in the criminal justice field. Macy is a solid contributor in both residential and online classes. Her academic achievement secured her admission into the competitive integrated undergraduate-graduate degree program, where she currently serves as a graduate assistant, helping complete the quarterly evaluations for the Pennsylvania Child Support Enforcement Training Institute. Outside academics, she is active on the volleyball team and is a true team leader. She worked at Keystone Corrections, helping formerly incarcerated persons transition back to society. Macy has the combination of competence and people skills that are essential to the justice process. Please join me in congratulating Macy. I'd like to invite Julia Hoffman to the stage. Julia is the winner of our Criminal Justice Community Service Award. This award recognizes a student who has contributed to either the local college community and/or the larger community. Julia is an amazing person who not only excels in her academic work and has a high GPA, but she also uses her spare time to dedicate to services and changes that benefit the entire student body. She served as the Penn State Harrisburg Student Government Association president during the 2022-2023 academic year, and she was a participant in the Summer Leadership Conference in 2022. As a student worker in the Office of Student Engagement, her warm personality and kind-heartedness are well known among faculty, staff, and students. Please join me in congratulating Julia.
Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Erin, will you join me? Erin Harnish is the recipient of our Criminal Justice Outstanding Graduate Student Award. The recipient of this award is an outstanding graduate student who has achieved excellence in scholastic activities. Erin's academic achievements secured her a position in the integrated undergraduate-graduate criminal justice degree program, where she continued to excel in her coursework. Erin had perfect attendance in class. She was always ready to go, and she always made great contributions to class. Her work ethic is superb both in class and as a graduate assistant. She helped faculty with research, and she was lauded for her independent work conducting evaluations for programs within the Penn State Justice and Safety Institute. Please join me in congratulating Erin.
I do like being able to refer to one of our graduating students as Madam President. Presenting the Kenneth W. Master Award in Public Policy and the Stephen A. Peterson Political Science and Public Policy Award is Professor Daniel Mallinson.
Thank you. Can I please have Brianna Caricato join me up front? Let's go. All right. Brianna is being recognized with the Kenneth W. Masters Award in Public Policy for excellence in the public policy program. Brianna will be graduating in May with her bachelor's in public policy as well as a minor in American studies. She will do so, as long as everything goes well this semester, with a perfect 4.0 GPA. In addition to this recognition, she's been recognized as an Evan Pugh Senior Scholar, an Evan Pugh Junior Scholar with the President Sparks Award, and the President's Freshman Award. She's also been inducted into the Pi Alpha Alpha, which is our National Honor Society for Public Policy and Public Administration. We also very much appreciated Brianna's help with our 2022 Public Policy Camp, which was sponsored by the Association for Public Policy Analysis and Management. Please join me in congratulating Brianna. All right, can I please have Jenna Berenger? I'm pleased to award the Stephen A. Peterson Political Science and Public Policy Award to Jenna. This award is for both academic excellence and also public service. Jen is a public policy major graduating in May. She's passionate about the environment. Jenna has spent the past 4 years working at a nonprofit advocating on behalf of Pennsylvania's 2.2 million acres of state parks and forests, as well as volunteering with various youth organizations and political committees. A member of the Red Cliff Band of the Ojibwe, thank you. Post-graduation, Jenna is interested in working in tribal affairs to help build resilient communities and protect indigenous environmental resources. She embodies the spirit of public service championed by our dear former colleague, Steve Peterson. Jen, please join me in congratulating Jenna.
Last but certainly not least, presenting the Criminal Justice Outstanding Master's Thesis Award is Professor Jennifer Shalley.
Kaylee Derrickson, will you join me on stage, please? So I had the pleasure of chairing Kaylee's thesis committee, and I can attest to her hard work and dedication to this project. She was able to produce an extremely well-written and interesting piece of work while simultaneously planning her wedding.
In fact, she got married the weekend after her final defense, so we can congratulate her for that. Her thesis was titled Advanced Feet PET Scans Through the Lens of Narrative Victimology, and it offered a significant contribution to the victimology research. The contribution was actually twofold, because Kaylee used a newly emerging theoretical framework in criminology of narrative victimology, and she also conducted a qualitative investigation of white-collar victimization, which is an understudied topic. Kaylee approached this project with a high level of conscientiousness, as well as displaying a natural ability for qualitative research, for interviewing, coding, and analysis. And these factors, combined with the cutting-edge nature of her topic, made this project a unique and noteworthy contribution that is more than deserving of this award. So please join me in congratulating Kaylee on this award.
This concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Public Affairs, and I will yield the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Overby. We will now continue with the awards from the School of Science, Engineering, and Technology. I invite Dr. Vahid Motovali to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. As you all know, imitation is the best form of flattery. Well, compliments, I would say. And certainly I would like to imitate my two esteemed colleagues and tell you a little bit about our school as well. But of course, I won't try to imitate Dr. Clark. He's a hard act to follow. Dr. Overby quoted Mark Twain, and that really threw me off. So I'm going to quote our Chancellor, John Mason, who often starts by saying, "It's a great day in Central PA and Penn State Harrisburg." And it's not because of the weather, but it's because of our students. And I genuinely tell you that between the award ceremony this morning that I attended for the college and university awards and this afternoon's awards, this is a great day, and it's so wonderful to be here. So School of Engineering, School of Science, Engineering, and Technology has 5 departments: biological sciences, civil construction, environmental engineering, computer science and mathematics, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. We offer 17 degrees in total, ranging from Bachelor of Science degrees, 10 of them, 6 of which are accredited by the Accreditation Board of Engineering and Technology, 6 master's degrees, and 1 PhD in engineering systems that we are just starting. We have nearly 1,900 students between undergraduate and graduates, about 80 faculty, 14 staff. And if I could ask our faculty and staff from School of Science, Engineering, and Technology to stand and be recognized, I would appreciate it. And it's a test to see who will actually stand. Thank you. Dr. Ansari, you didn't stand. Okay. So it is really humbling to be here and the great achievement of our students being celebrated. And we are starting with no particular order, apparently, perhaps alphabetic by some means, but starting with Mechanical Engineering Department, Dr. Issam Abu Mahfouz is the chair of the department, and he will be presenting Outstanding Senior Award for 2 in Mechanical Engineering and Mechanical Engineering Technology.
Thank you, Dr. Motovali. I would like to call Adelaide Pierce. Adelaide is the recipient of the Mechanical Engineering Outstanding Senior Award. Adelaide Pierce is a Mechanical Engineering Senior from York, PA. She participates in campus life as Vice President of the ASME, which stands for American Society of Mechanical Engineers Club, and as a mentor in the NSF STEM program at Penn State Harrisburg. She is also a candidate in the Graham Fellows program at Penn State York, which is a business development group. Adelaide has participated in 3 internships during her college career as a manufacturing engineer at Harley-Davidson, as an HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning assistant designer for JLA Engineering, and as a mechanical designer intern for Barton Associates. She continues part-time work at Barton Associates, and upon graduation, she will be starting full-time as a mechanical designer. In addition, Adelaide actively serves in her community as a Sunday school teacher and plays the cello in her church's worship team. Adelaide has an outstanding academic performance with an outstanding GPA, and she sets example for other students in her class. So please join me in congratulating Adelaide. I would like to ask Evan to join me here, please. Evan is the recipient of the Mechanical Engineering Technology Outstanding Senior Award. He is a senior at Penn State Harrisburg in the Mechanical Engineering Technology. Evan began his engineering and business education at Luzerne County Community College while in high school. After graduating, Evan was commuting to Penn State Hazleton before transferring to Penn State Harrisburg. He worked as an intern at Fibratech Engineering in Hazleton, PA, and with Cumulus Data for Talon Energy in Berwick, PA. Evan operates his own small business in landscaping, small engine repair, and automotive repair. He began working at Hershey in Hazleton in February of this year, 23. Following graduation, Evan looks forward to gaining more experience in applied engineering design and prototyping, and he hopes to develop his own small business in engineering. His coursework and academic achievements are outstanding and sets examples for the other students in this field. And please join me in congratulating Evan for this award.
The next award is the Structural Design, Construction Engineering Technology Gerald Bray Award for Outstanding Structural Designer, and the SDCET Outstanding Senior Award. And just so you know, our Chancellor is a graduate of that program. I think was under a different name at the time, so it makes it even more special. And Dr. Grady Matthews, Assistant Professor of Civil Engineering, will present those awards.
Thank you very much, Dr. Motivelli. For the SDCT Gerald Bray Award for Outstanding Structural Designer, can I please have Austin Yoder join me on the stage? Austin has been a great student that I've known personally throughout my classes. In addition to his classwork, he is working or will be working soon at Kenneth B. Robinson and Associates. In addition, he also worked at Northeast Pre-Stressed Products. So let's congratulate Austin on this award. Congratulations. Next, we have the SDCT Outstanding Senior Award, and can I please have Thomas Hovanek join us? I also had Thomas in my classes. There seems to be a common theme here. Thomas, in addition to his classwork, was a member of the Pennsylvania Society of Professional Engineers and Contractors, and recently he participated in the estimating competition for that society, where they actually put a cost estimate together for a construction project such as a building or a bridge. Thomas will be working at Hovanek Construction, where he's currently employed, so let's congratulate Thomas on this award. Congratulations. And finally, he cannot be here today, but we have Noah Jenkins for the Civil Engineering Outstanding Senior Award. So let's congratulate him.
Thank you, Dr. Matthews. Presenting the Science Outstanding Student Award is Dr. Sairam Rudra Batala, and he's the Chair of Biological Sciences.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Mathivalli. Could I please have Ayushi come up? Before I start, I would like to thank Dr. Ansari for his vision to bring the biology program several years ago. And the reason for that is we have outstanding students such as Ayushi here today, because we have an excellent biology program. So Ms. Ayushi Patel is graduating as a Schreier's Scholar with a Bachelor of Science in Biology with concentration in Genetics and Development and minoring in Biochemistry, Molecular Biology, and Business Administration. So Ayushi serves as a president of the Health Science Club and the Entrepreneurship and Management Club, as well as Global Ambassador, among other things. What distinguishes Ayushi from all other students, she has published 8 peer-reviewed journal papers, with 1 currently under review and 1 provisional patent that is being pursued by the U.S. Patent Trademark Office. Also, Ayushi has received several awards, and she was a recipient of Erickson Discovery Grant. She has presented at multiple conferences, including the International Conference for Undergraduate Research, and received numerous awards. This morning she received the college university-wide award as well. Lastly, I would like to share that she was working during the COVID pandemic time as a registrar and administered the highest number of the Lancaster site where she was working, administered the highest number of vaccines in Pennsylvania besides Philadelphia Children's Hospital. So with that, please join me in congratulating Ms. Ayushi Patel.
Thank you, Dr. Sairam. Next, presenting the Electrical Engineering Technology Scholastic Achievement Award and the Electrical Faculty Outstanding Senior Award is Professor A.B. Shafai, Chair of the Electrical Engineering Program.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Can you all hear me well enough? Good, because it's going to take a while. I've been waiting for my turn since 10 a.m. this morning, so I'm going to enjoy this one.
You'll have to deal with
Sorry,
Dr.
gentlemen.
Clark.
So we actually have 3 awards in our program. One of them is electrical engineering scholastic achievement award, and the recipient of that is Aaron Olson. He could not join us today. I told him it's a great opportunity, once in a lifetime experience, but he already had other commitments. That doesn't take away from his achievements, right? So let's give him a little round of applause. Thank you. So for the Electrical Engineering Technology Scholastic Achievement Award, I'd like Saunders Riley to join me, please. So Saunders actually started his college career at another college, so he made a big mistake there, but he corrected it. A couple of years down the road, he realigned his priorities and joined us at Penn State Harrisburg for electrical engineering technology. And he ended up graduating in December of 22 as the top graduating senior in electrical engineering technology. And thereby he's the recipient of this award. He's currently working as an embedded system developer at Broadcom in Allentown. And his interests include hobby electronics, computers, hiking, kayaking, and canoeing, and camping. I expect that next time we go camping, I'm going to let you know. So maybe you can join us. But we made a little mistake, and I don't know what's in this bag here, so I'm going to pull from the bag. Whatever you get is what is your award. Let's see what we can come up with. Oh, look at this. A little nice plaque that's got your name on it as a recipient for electrical engineering technology. Let's see what else is I don't know what happened here, but yes, there's also a certificate to your name. Congratulations. I think there may be something else, too. There's an umbrella, but that's mine. Oh, look at this one. It says electrical engineering and electrical engineering technology. You know what this is for? This is not for you. This is for us. So you'll take it to every meeting that you go to. Make sure you drink coffee if you don't. This is time to start. Hot tea would work too. But make sure they all see it. When you raise this, they should see that Penn State Harrisburg. And of course, electrical. But congratulations. Now I need Zachary Martin with me. Congratulations. You look good. I may have only a certificate for you. I think run out of things out of the bag. So Zach has a passion for bringing the practical applications of electrical engineering and radio communication to others. Through his activities as the tech lead in the IEEE student organization and the amateur radio station, he has managed various club projects and helped students learn software-defined radio, soldering, printed circuit board design, and keep on going. I think he knows a hell of a lot more than I do on that stuff. But he's also an engineering assistant at RLC Electronic Systems, where he plans to continue as a full-time design engineer upon graduation. That's coming up in a few days. He plans to return to Penn State, Harrisburg as a part-time master's student to continue learning about electronic communications. One of the faculty said Zachary has a very respectful and mature personality with active participation in class. Aside from being a high-achieving student academically, he clearly demonstrates a passion for electrical engineering. And of course, they noted his his IEEE activities over and over again. By the way, IEEE is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. That's the largest technical professional society in the world. So for your contributions to the program and everything that you've achieved, we do have the certificate, but I'll look to see what else we have. Somehow our administrative support assistant thought of this one too, so you do have that plaque. And another one for you. Oh, I got to tell a little story before we get off here and let you go. So there was a time where in our program we had 2 awards, one for Scholastic for electrical engineering and one for electrical engineering. And then at one point, a couple of us who served on that awards committee run into one IEEE volunteer who was excellent. His name was Mike Murphy. Not anybody in here maybe don't remember Mikey, but I know there's somebody sitting back there, way up there, who remembers him very well. So the 2 of us said, what are we going to do? We can't let Mikey go without an award. So we came up with this proposal that we took to our program faculty to come up with this award that we give to the students that are very deserving, but for one reason or another didn't get one award or another. So this became our 3rd award. So it has a very special place in my heart, and to Dr. Ansari, who's sitting up there, because he was the other person who worked with me on this. But congratulations. Oh, don't forget that. Thank you all.
Thank you, Professor Shafai, for that entertaining presentation. Presenting the Computer Science Graduate Student Award and the Mathematical Sciences Outstanding Student Award is Dr. Ronald Walker. He's Associate Professor of Mathematics and Associate Chair for Computer Science and Mathematics Department.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Modavalli. The Outstanding Student Awards are awarded to a student graduating the current academic year who has most characterized excellence in the program. This year's award for mathematics that goes to Ket Lee. Ket, please come up. So Ket is graduating this spring with a mathematics major with a math secondary education option. He has excelled academically across the board, both in his mathematics courses and in his education courses. He was awarded an NSF Noyce Scholarship, and he's also a recipient of the Farrell Scholarship for Secondary Math Education. He is currently completing his student teaching residency, and beyond that, he'll go beyond to teach the best subject out there that there is, mathematics. So Ket, we congratulate you. So this year's award for computer science, for the computer science graduate student is awarded to Alan Simmons. Alan, please come forward. Okay. Alan graduated this past December with a master's in computer science. He completed a graduate project titled Survey of Candidates for Post-Quantum Cryptography Standardization. Quite noteworthy, he completed his degree while working full-time as a software engineer for the Naval Sea Logistics Center here in Mechanicsburg. He is also inducted into Upsilon Pi Epsilon. For those who do not know, that is the Honor Society for the Computing and Information Disciplines. Following graduation, he will continue his work with the Naval Sea Logistics Center, using his knowledge and education to continue to serve the Navy. Let us congratulate Alan here. Thank you. Do this here.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. All good things must come to an end, so that concludes the SSET Awards, and it's truly been a humbling experience to stand here and listen to all the achievements. Thank you all. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Motovali. Today, you have experienced one of what has been 3 ceremonies and a chance to honor our students throughout the day. These events would not have been made possible without the expertise of our photographers, our Lion ambassadors supporting this, the skill of our event staff led by Pana Idowu, the administrative support staff that helped throughout the day, and our theater staff led by Terry Garissi and Matt Mitra. Can we give them a round of applause for their good work? You all have created a beautiful scene for our students to be honored. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Mason to the podium.
Just checking my program here to make sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Sounds like we're getting near the end of the day, but for some of us, Dr. Clark, I think we're only halfway through the day, right?
Gala tonight, let's go.
In case students want to, they told me I may have to be there from 6 to midnight, so I don't know what's going on, but 9 o'clock's, I'm out of there. That's because I got to go to University Park for another activity for tomorrow morning. Anyway, you heard all the ad-libbing that's going on, so I'm going to do a little ad-libbing because everyone's took all my opening lines, and I don't know where I'm at. I'm totally lost. But something that I do need to reflect upon, and some of you have heard almost each year that we've done these student awards. One of the awards has a name in it, and for award recipients at this point in time, particularly if you have one that has been named by someone, but there was a gentleman, the award name is Gerald Bray. And when I speak to students that we're trying to admit to our campus, I often reflect upon the reason I ended up here at what was called Penn State Capitol Campus at the time. Mr. Gerald Bray was one of those faculty members. He was a faculty member that was here that when the campus was starting in the late 60s. He was adjunct professor here, but he's also an adjunct professor at the Allentown campus where I started in the early 70s. So to hear his name again and to actually see the success that the whole campus has had and the great things that go on, every time I hear Gerald Bray's name, it reflects upon all the successes that we were all experiencing today. It was for faculty like that that took a sincere interest in students. He would identify a student, he convinced us, he mentored us. And here's my last story on Jerry Bray. I think it was an EMEC class. I didn't get a very good grade on that quiz that he gave. And he came up to my desk and he slapped it down. He said, Mason, if this is the best grade you're going to get, you are not going to make it through Capitol Campus. I never got less than an A in that class after that day. So sometimes it takes faculty just to wake you up and let you know you can do better. So I just have to go off script for that. Have fond memories of someone like Jerry Bray. So whoever got that Gerald Bray Award, good luck to you. It'll work out just perfectly. Today we celebrated excellence certainly across all the respective schools that we heard. We also witnessed the conferring of these awards. They're certainly recognized our impressive students. I would like to reverse flow a little bit. Can all the students, can you please recognize all the people that helped you and doing the great things you have. Your faculty, staff, friends, and families. You all deserve it. It does take a village. The other thing that I want to reflect upon just very briefly, that quite often we have events where we internalize the activities, but throughout the day today, what I learned is how many of our students are not only working on great things that are going on campus, throughout the campus, but if you also notice, they're also working in the surrounding community. And that is another special attribute of the types of students that we expect that will go out in the world, certainly represent us. We'll be very proud of them. But I do want to conclude with, don't forget to come back. Come back and help us. Come back and work with us. We have advisory boards, and there's great things to come. So thank you all for everything that you're doing. With that, I now ask you to please rise, and we're going to join in the singing of the Penn State alma maters. The words should be printed in your program if you don't know them. I had to memorize them as a freshman at Penn State way back when. But please, Mr. Christian Shea is here. Thank you. You're the one I was looking for because I was not about to lead it all by myself. So thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Hope to see some of you later tonight.
Thank you all. This concludes the ceremony. We invite you to a nice reception in the lobby of the Student Enrichment Center to enjoy and celebrate our students some more. Thank you all.
Thank you all.